Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh, brothers and sisters. We're out here in the famous and infamous Chicano Park in San Diego. Now, there's a lot in this park. There are tons of murals, paintings, illustrations, maps, all types of things. Wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah. And as we always try to promote on HadithDisciple, it's for Muslim to observe, to pay attention, to learn, to benefit, and to just see what's going on. To see something, whether it's haram, whatever it is, it doesn't mean you gotta accept it and practice it and do it yourself. But just to see what's going on, and whether you like it or not, this is your country, this is where you live. So you see what's going on. And you can have a better understanding of Tawheed by seeing shirk. You have a better understanding of Iman by seeing kufr. You have a better understanding of Sunnah by knowing and understanding and seeing bid'ah. So you look at all of this stuff, all of the jahiliyyah involved in that. But it's much deeper than that out here. You have the whole concept of the different heritage of the people, okay? The history of the United States, all the way to the Bay. Our brothers, our hosts, they were explaining everything to us. The whole history of this part of the United States, the region, and the struggles of many of its people. We talk about indigenous people, the people that were here, the people that were oppressed and wronged, the people that were enslaved and captured, the people that were forced out of their land and out of their property, and the people that were called savages and animals and barbarians and inhumane, and their conquerors, how they behaved and what they did and how they made things, all right? So we talking about history. History is a pivotal part of life. Look at that right there. And the HadithDisciple school method, history is like brown on rice. As we always say in the classes and the lessons, it's to read and to study, and not to just accept the narrative that's being shoved down your throats today. So you're talking about revolutions, you're talking about oppressors, oppressed people, dhulm and dhalimeen and the mazlumeen and shirk and Christianity and all. It's a big, long discussion, a very long and deeply rooted saga. And coming out to this park, this is one of the greatest things that I got and I learned, and the interpretation and explanation given to us by our hosts and our guides on what many of these murals mean. And we're not getting into the ruling on a tasweer and drawing and illustrating and painting. That's not what we're not discussing that right now. We're just talking about the concept of the meanings in these pictures and paintings and murals and drawings, and the depth of the history of the United States and of this part of the United States, and what land belongs to who and what people and so on and so forth, all right? Diseases and plagues and all of the things that are part of the fabric of this country. And it lies no doubt many of the problems that we have today in the United States, and many of the issues, a lot of those problems could be solved by just learning and studying history, all right? And this is very important for the Muslims as well. And that's my advice for the Muslims as well, to understand how America became what it is. And don't just accept propaganda, all right? And brothers and sisters that were born here, raised here, look at that dog.
Good boy, watch.
The brothers and sisters who migrated to the United States, second generation, first generation, you gotta know the history of the United States. You have to know how it became what it is and why. It's not just that simple, all right? Someone calls someone a savage or a barbarian. Someone has culture and civilization and technology, and someone being ahead and racially superior. You got to understand the fabric of this country and what happened and how it was and how it came to be, all right? So unfortunately, we're not taking any questions right now, brothers and sisters. See, a question says, I thought America was just a place full of burger shops and liquor stores. You understand what I'm saying to you? Ignorance and stuff like that. United States is a huge, gigantic country. It's a huge country, one of the biggest countries that you'll find. It's 50 states, and some say 52 states, let alone the different territories of the United States. The United States is huge. They have all different types of ethnicities, different people of different heritage, so on and so forth, all right? And you just look at how people express different things in different ways. Everyone doesn't have a television station or a radio station. In this mural over here, when this was being explained to us, it was a very, very deep mural. All right, the struggles of these people, the oppression, the oppressors, the oppressed, and how certain religions and faiths and things like this were forced and thrown upon them. But it came with the sword. It came with the musket. It came with the cannon. It came with you accepting something, but you give up your freedom. You give up your territory. You give up your country. All right, people lying on Isa alayhi salatu wasalam, lying on Maryam, lying on God Almighty, lying on Allah. All right, so there's so much to be taken from this experience out here. All right, La Raza, huh? There we go, Chicano Park. It's wallahi, I wish I could just be out here for all day and sharing the sights and the history with you brothers and sisters around the world. Hopefully, be the night out of the message that I'm trying to get across is more than clear. It's more than clear, bi'idhnillahi subhanahu wa ta'ala, of learning your history, reading the correct sources, and listening to the unorthodox sources as well. Because much of this information, a lot of this information, you're not going to find in a history book, or you're not going to find on a television show. They're not going to teach you in a public school or private school. And the power of the narrative, the oral narrative, and also we see the written word and we see the visual, quote unquote, word, and how people express different things in different paintings and murals. And when you look at these murals and these paintings, and you get the explanation, look at that arrow right there. You can see a lot of the pain and the struggle, the strife, and the suffering expressed in colors. All right, so that's a very, very long, deep lesson in itself. And alhamdulillah, Allah was very graceful and kind to us today. We had a very, very beautiful brother, mashallah, that was kind enough to take us out and show us, look at that Philly steak. You see that? Abu Saeed? Wherever you go, Yaqi, wherever you go, it's Philly steak, Yaqi, huh? Naam, Jazakallah khair. You sure?
Yes, I like
One brother is from 4:17 a.m. in Cairo. He's watching the live stream, Yaqi, and you want to give him a hard time?
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Give him salams, Yaqi.
I'm being abused.
Yaqi, I'm giving a brother a shoulder massage, alhamdulillah. There's no abuse in Islam.
Islam means peace, brother.
Barrio Logan. So Allah bless us with a very beautiful brother day, mashallah. La nuzaki ala ahdan. The concept of taking us around and treating your guests kindly and not having a limit on it, okay? May Allah reward him well. At the end of the day, that's the message that we want to share with you, brothers and sisters. I hope that you can understand that message, and I hope you can appreciate that message. 12:17 p.m. in Australia, looking for something to eat. May Allah bless you, huh? He said a heart. What else say? He said a heart of glass, huh?
Hey.
Allah mustaan. Allah mustaan. May Allah help us all. At the end of the day, peace to everybody. The disciples, salam. May Allah protect you, keep you safe, keep each and every one of you upon the Sirat al-Mustaqim. And says Abu Saeed riding shotgun. Oh man, Abu Saeed, may Allah guide him. I mean, and this is a bridge. What island does that lead to? You said Coronado Island. That's a long discussion and history of that island, of that name, of that person, that conqueror, whatever the case may be. It's a lot of history out here. I'm grateful to come to this part of the United States. It's my first time, in this section of the United States. And only Allah knows how much I learned today about history and so many things. Just to answer my question, please, Mufti. I'm so sorry, Yaqi. We can't take no questions right now. No questions right now. But hopefully tonight, inshallah, if we have good service at the masjid,